Science is not only compatible with spirituality, it is a profound source of spirituality. When we recognize our place in an immensity of light years and in the passage of ages, when we grasp the intricacy, beauty, and subtlety of life, then that soaring feeling, that sense of elation and humility combined, is surely spiritual. The notion that science and spirituality are somehow mutually exclusive does a disservice to both. Carl Sagan: if you go to bed at night without learning something new that day, your day is not complete. Luke Paquin, 1973. Aphasia. What is aphasia? Aphasia is a communication impairment that affects all aspects of language, including speaking, understanding speech, reading, and writing. Imagine going to a foreign country where you do not speak the language, or you only remember a few words from your high school or college language course. You would have difficulty saying what you mean, understanding what others were saying to you, reading the language, and writing things down. This provides a little insight into what it might be like to have aphasia. Aphasia is caused by a brain injury, typically due to stroke, traumatic brain injury, or some other illness. Depending on the exact location of the brain injury, aphasia can manifest itself in many different ways. Some people with aphasia have more difficulty understanding what is said to them and reading than they do speaking. Other people with aphasia have more difficulty saying what they want to say but understand much of what is said to them. Sometimes aphasia is more severe and affects understanding, speaking, reading and writing quite broadly. What causes aphasia? Aphasia is usually caused by a stroke or brain injury with damage to one or more parts of the brain that deal with language. According to the National Aphasia Association, about 25% to 40% of people who survive a stroke get aphasia. Aphasia may also be caused by a brain tumor, brain infection, or dementia such as Alzheimer's disease. In some cases, aphasia is a symptom of epilepsy or other neurological disorder. What are the types of aphasia? There are types of aphasia. Each type can cause impairment that varies from mild to severe. Common types of aphasia include the following. Expressive aphasia, non-fluent. With expressive aphasia, the person knows what he or she wants to say, yet has difficulty communicating it to others. It doesn't matter whether the person is trying to say or write what he or she is trying to communicate. Receptive aphasia, fluent. With receptive aphasia, the person can hear a voice or read the print, but may not understand the meaning of the message. Oftentimes, someone with receptive aphasia takes language literally. Their own speech may be disturbed because they do not understand their own language. Anomic aphasia. With anomic aphasia, the person has word-finding difficulties. This is called anomia. Because of the difficulties, the person struggles to find the right words for speaking and writing. Global aphasia. This is the most severe type of aphasia. It is often seen right after someone has a stroke. With global aphasia, the person has difficulty speaking and understanding words. In addition, the person is unable to read or write. Primary progressive aphasia. Primary progressive aphasia is a rare disorder where people slowly lose their ability to talk, read, write, and comprehend what they hear in conversation over a period of time. With a stroke, aphasia may improve with proper therapy. There is no treatment to reverse primary progressive aphasia. People with primary progressive aphasia are able to communicate in ways other than speech. For instance, they might use gestures. And many benefit from a combination of speech therapy and medications. Aphasia may be mild or severe. With mild aphasia, the person may be able to converse, yet have trouble finding the right word or understanding complex conversations. Severe aphasia limits the person's ability to communicate. The person may say a little and may not participate in or understand any conversation. Aphasia loop. I have been working on invention, innovation, expert, and consultant. Aphasia is a condition that robs you of the ability to communicate. It can affect your ability to speak. Aphasia typically occurs suddenly after a stroke or a head injury. He is stroke on September 2013. I could ever have a 2013 to 2016 is aphasia can understand language, but can speak. Although has this problem, he has been working with various electronic projects, 3D animation, photography, video, art, jewelry, painting, digital prints, food, drink since then. Aphasia, 2019.
Hi again. Here we are, look at normal. On this video, we want to talk about aphasia. Aphasia is a condition that some people get when they get a stroke or other damage in their brain. Yeah. So today we want to talk about it because, as we told you before, Luke had a stroke on 2013 and he had a damage on his brain. Luckily, he recuperated because, doctor had told me that we just had to wait and to see if he could continue living.
Yeah, because the hospital coma.
Yes, Luke was in coma for more than a week.
Yeah.
And doctors didn't know what was going on. So we just had to wait. But one day he got back to life, but his brain had already a damage and he couldn't move, like his right part of his body was
this
yes.
Here, nothing.
And he couldn't speak, nothing at all. He forgot to speak, like he forgot, his brain, as it was damaged, forgot to give the orders to move his right side. So he was in very intensive therapies, and
2 years,
during 2 months. He was
hospital.
in the hospital. 2 months and a half he was in therapy, and intensive therapies. And every day he wake up early, and the therapist came and do his therapy every single day, since 8 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. So thanks to that, and with a lot of work from all of us, he managed to recuperate his right side, to walk, to move his hands, like see, he can move his hands, and his leg and everything. And but it was very difficult for him to recuperate his voice. He couldn't speak at all, he couldn't make any noise. So with a lot of work, thanks to his therapist, Lindsay, she was there all the time, helping him and working and working and working, and me too, because I was working with him too every day. He managed to get his voice back, but it is very difficult for him to speak. Like, he has all the things he wants to say in his mind, but they just don't come out the way he wants.
Aphasia, the brain and memories and good is good, but speak is bad. Like the voice, once in a while good or perfect, and or like today good and
Later
and now bad.
But yes, and we wanted to talk about this subject because we want to that people knows about this condition and can understand why sometimes people cannot speak because they have a damage on their brain. So we had a big experience with this with this condition. I don't want to call it a problem because now it's not a problem. Thanks that we had a lot of help with the doctors and the therapists, mainly with the therapists. They helped look a lot. And me too, because they taught me how to do all the exercises he had to do every day, and we just do it and work hard. And but still, he has a lot of problems with the speaking, and like every day is kind of fight for him to make himself understand, to make the communication between him and other people is a little bit hard.
And aphasia, go to store, and before, like here and write because nothing, 2 years, nothing.
Yeah.
So like go to restaurant and that's it, because now better, but
still having problems.
before, like breakfast and here perfect, and now hour, and like now.
The problem is that the brain gets tired because he gets up very early every day, and he starts working on his computer every day, and then he prepares breakfast, and by the time of breakfast he's already tired, so he needs to eat. And later he continues doing working, making art, or working in the computer, reading, etc., etc. And like at the end of the day, like around 2, it's very difficult for him to speak again but like he eats again, and he gets more energy, but like during when the day is going until the night, it's more difficult for him to speak. So he has to rest, and then again the next day to fight with the speaking and thinking. And but now, well, life has become better because he can do almost everything he wants to. So he is happy about that, because before he couldn't. So
before, talk and listen and consultant, so me talk and talk and talk and talk, and hours or parts or this, and hours and hours is like a night and day, and good. And now 2 or 3 days, and that's it.
yeah, yes, because when he works a lot, like he needs to rest. Well, it's like everybody. Like I know that. Well, just looking at myself, that if I work hard, like there are times that I cannot even talk or speak or saying the right things because I get tired too. So this is a normal condition. No, it's not just for somebody like Luke. So I think we will continue talking about the aphasia like on another video. I hope you can understand what we are talking about. And that's it for today.
Bye.
Bye.